All right. Apparently, I'm now live. Let's do this. Let's get it. We're gonna do a. Hold on. Let me post some shit. Let me get it out there. Maybe we can get one viewer in here today. That'd be sick if I got at least one person into the chat today. We're going to be doing if I can figure out really how to do this. We're going to be doing a DraftKings. Come on. There we go. We're going to be doing a DraftKings live draft. 150K tournament. It's best ball tournament. So weeks 1 through 14 are regular season, 15, 16, and 17 are your postseason. It's best ball. So if you're new to best ball, the format is your highest scoring position players for each position get subbed into your lineup each week. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's PPR with DraftKings. I know a lot of people use some other formats, but with DraftKings, it is PPR, points per reception. Your highest scoring players get subbed in weeks 1 through 14. Whoever you draft with, your group of 12 that you draft with is your regular season opponents. And then after that, you move on to your postseason. Oh, let me click enter. I thought I already clicked enter, but apparently I did not. There we go. Now we're entered. Weeks 1 through 14 are your regular season opponents, and then 15, move on to playoffs. 16 is playoffs. 17 is your championship round. Winner is $150 grand on a $3 entry. So we're looking to take this thing all the fucking way. And I'll hear out anyone that wants to comment, anyone that wants to tell me who to pick, I'll hear you out on it. Just tell me. Just let me know. This is my first time going live. We're really new to this. I took a very long hiatus. I was just posting shorts for a while on player prop bets. I took a very long hiatus from that, and I was going to do some NFL draft content. Kind of got busy. New house and everything. As you can see how shitty it is. But I'm trying to get back into this. I'm trying to scrape the surface of this content, and we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna do a live draft whenever we get into it. We'll start when the contest fills. It says we're at 5 of 12. Yeah, I guess if anyone is watching, let me know in the comments who's your 1-1. I know Jamar Chase looks right there on the big board, but who's your 1-1 that you're taking in drafts like this where it's PPR? Jamar Chase is a lot of people's 1-1. Who is your 1-1? I have my opinion on a 1-1, but I'd love to know everyone else's opinion on a 1-1. Hit those comments. And if you're watching at all, just, give it a like. I would appreciate that. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe. Again, this is my first time doing this shit. So hit me up. Let me know. I'd love to have new friends. So, all right. we're in there. We got the number 3 overall pick. Draft starts in a minute or so. I'm just gonna send a picture to some friends, see if I can get anyone in this chat. I don't have high hopes of that, but fuck it. You know what? I'm just gonna do it because I'm having fun doing it. Whatever. And you know what? I would be doing this regardless if I was live or not, so I might as well just try to do it while I'm live. So fuck it. Let's do it. Let's write it. We'll do it live. All right. Pick one. Yeah. I mean, goes chalk. Jamar Chase. Pretty chalk. I mean, everyone could have expected that, but you know, to each their own. We'll probably go chalk here too, right? You would expect that. You would expect chalk. Go Justin Jefferson. We're gonna. Why not? Nothing wrong with that pick. Granted, he stays healthy, like Kevin O'Connell and the quarterbacks that he gets, like the play he gets out of his quarterbacks is fucking unbelievable. So now we're at pick 22. So we're going to scroll down here and look this way, round 22. So this is where you can go a little spicy. You can take a quarterback real early. I think one guy that might be getting taken a little bit too early in this, or well, there's a couple receivers that I truly believe are being taken really early in this area. T. Higgins has never performed at that ADP. I think he's a good receiver. Do I think fantasy wise he'll ever outperform his pick value? Probably not. Especially with Jamar Chase being there. I don't see a world where he's outperforming that number 25 ADP. Like I genuinely see him sitting much lower than that. And Terry McLaurin this year, he had a huge year last year. I think people are overdrafting him. They kind of bolstered the receiver room with bringing in Deebo Samuel. So I feel like it's a little high to take him at 26, even though it is PPR. I get it. It's PPR, points per reception. Same thing with these two guys here. Garrett Wilson, that unsure stability at quarterback. I know they just brought in Justin Fields, but when has he performed at a extremely high level? Not ever. And Marvin Harrison, rookie year, can't really blame him for it, but it's hard to say that he's an absolute bona fide stud, and to take him at number 29 is pretty high. All right, we are on the clock in a couple picks here. We went wide receiver 1. I think we'd stack receiver here. Anybody have different ideas on that? BCE, Braden, hey, welcome to the chat, man. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you. What do you like here? Like, you want receiver, running back? Like, what do you think? Even QB. I mean, kind of got a good pick here. Pick of the litter. If AJ Brown doesn't go, I think it's a good spot to grab him. He doesn't go. AJ Brown does not go. So I'm kind of torn here. I'm torn between either AJ Brown, Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson. I think if we're going bona fide stud, does it at all facets, we're going to go Lamar Jackson. We're going to get our bona fide stud quarterback and just Bryce has wide receiver maybe. Should have listened to you there. Sorry, buddy. I just wanted to get the good quarterback in there. Be done with it. We don't have to worry about quarterback for quite some time now. Now we can focus on the skill positions, running back, wide receiver, and tight end, and then the flex there, which can be really anything. So we're on the clock again. And in a PPR, I want to go Kyron Williams here. He plays way too much. He's in a contract year, so I feel like they're just going to fucking use the hell out of him. Like, they're going to use him to abuse him. Sorry, chat. Give me 1 sec. Yeah. Williams is in a contract year, so I think they're going to use the hell out of him. They have to either see if he is worth paying or not. They did draft a running back, and they have Blake Corum behind him. So I feel like they're just going to use him so heavily. I'm going to get rid of this shit. There we go. They're going to use him so heavily to the point where the wheels might fall off towards the end of the year. But he's such a good PPR guy because Stafford loves to just check down to him whenever he feels even the slightest bit of pressure. But now that we got our 3 core guys here, we're going to try to start stacking some stuff. Here, we got pick 46 coming up. Oh, what? Oh, whoops. Hand up accountability on that one. Just accidentally left the draft. Shit. All right, we're okay. Pardon my French. All right, we're back in. No harm, no foul. All right, so we pick again at 46. We have quarterback, running back, wide receiver. I'm going to start stacking some receivers here. Around this area, we're going to look here. I don't know, chat. I don't know, chat. Give me some thoughts. Give me some thoughts. If anyone's checking in, give me some thoughts. Give me some thoughts. I have some ideas. 46. I have some ideas here. Where we're at pick 41, Crofton. Gonna go Mike Evans there. Look at the board. Look at the big board. The big board. Kittle goes. So this is where we are, right here. I have some ideas. I'm gonna pull up on Zay Flowers here and get the Lamar Jackson Zay Flowers stack. As long as Cooking Chumps does not do the same thing, does not think about doing that and trying to take Zay Flowers in front of me. But that's where I'm gonna go. Hey, the pound, Pat. My OG. Pat brought me into this, the pound. He is I'd consider him my godfather of this. So big shout out to Pat for joining the channel. And leaving a comment there. Love you, big dog. Thank you so much. He's the best, like, best ball channel out there. So if you are not, if you watch this channel and you're not subscribed to that, like, that's a huge shock. You should already be subscribed to that. But if you are not, go watch whatever he does because he is the fucking GOAT. So we got the Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson stack there, which is probably pretty common, but I love that. And we have Justin Jefferson, who's just a bona fide stud. Right here's an interesting spot here. I like taking the tight end, but I just don't have a ton of faith in Laporta. So we're going to take the value that fell with Joe Mixon. Fell 6 picks. We're going to take that and just roll with it. Their offensive line did not get a lot better, but to each their own. I mean, it is what it is. He's still going to get red zone opportunities. Tyler, another Tyler. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, man. Welcome in. I've definitely seen you on Pat's channel on the pound before, and I loved every second of it. Actually, you were on the 24-hour stream, and I saw you pop the top off. That was sick. The pound says, who are your favorite late round rookie or year 2 darts this year? Oh, that's a good question. So I'm actually pretty disappointed in the draft this year. I was not super, super enthralled with all the skill position players. It was a very defensive line heavy draft this year. But I do love, and we had talked about this before, Elic Iomenor to the Titans. I don't know if he's considered a sleeper, but he's definitely a late flyer guy in Tennessee. Another guy in Tennessee as well. Shit, now I don't even know. Out of Miami. I don't even know. I can't even think of his name. I literally had his name right in top of my brain, and now it's just gone. University of Miami wide receiver. Shit. Oh, now I look really bad. Xavier Restrepo. Yes, thank you, Tyler. Xavier Restrepo. Stud. I think that's another guy that you have to look out for. Just him and Cam Ward having that connection in college, like it has to translate in some level. So I think those are two guys that I think a lot of people have their eyes on, but early on, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I was upset with this year's draft. It just wasn't as good as the previous couple of years, and gives me hope because next year and in 2 years, we're going to have some really sick wide receiver classes. If you guys don't watch college football, start watching now because you're seeing some real fucking bona fide studs like playing in college football. Get used to the names. Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, Jordan Tyson, guys like that are, 2 years out from being drafted, but are just absolute, could have been drafted out of their freshman year. Absolute fucking studs. The next couple of years in drafting are going to be a lot of fun for rookies. They're going to be a lot of fun. All right. So here's where we're at right now. We got Jackson, Williams, Mixon, Jefferson, and Flowers. We are on the clock next. What to do. I don't love Chris Olave this year because I don't trust whatever quarterback they're throwing out. I mean, tell me I'm crazy, tell me I'm wrong. I trust Jacoby Myers' quarterback situation a little bit more. Same thing with Cooper Kupp. I know Sam Darnold's heading there, but without the quarterback whisperer, Kevin O'Connell, is he going to be any good at all? I'm going to draft Myers here. I trust him as a wide receiver 1. I think Pete Carroll will get the best out of Geno Smith. I think they have a good connection, and Myers, pretty sure hands, and I think he's going to be a big target whore over there. Yeah, Tyler, it definitely was a good tight end class. Weak at running back, weak at wide receiver. I think it was a little bit stronger at running back than it was receiver. I think going into the year was very strange because people thought it was Luther Burden was the number one. Oh, shit. All right. That's what I get for fucking yapping Jalen Waddle. All right. We'll take it. I got to get used to this streaming thing. I'm not used to this at all. I'm not never really done this live stream and picking at the same time. But I think going into this year's draft, everyone was so convinced Luther Burden was the number one guy. It was Luther Burden, Tet McMillan. Those were your two bona fide studs at wide receiver. And a lot happened in the college football season where Luther Burden did not perform. And they had a tough schedule. and he didn't perform to the level that people thought he would. People thought he was going to be like this surefire can't miss prospect, and he fell down. I think he'll still be good. I think Ben Johnson has a plan for him. They drafted a lot of offensive guys, as you would expect with a guy offensive mind like Ben Johnson, but it's it definitely like changed. Like, and it does this all the time where the draft will change from, do you think it's going to be this guy is the number one pick? This guy is going to be a top 5 pick, and then they fall all the way down to the second, third round. But this year was definitely not as what we had hoped for, like that receiving class. So it is what it is. All right, now I got to lock in. Again, I haven't done this live stream before where I'm like checking any comments and seeing what's going on while at the same time trying to draft. So gotta do this. Gotta figure this shit the fuck out, because we just ended up with Jalen Waddle. He was best available, and that's where we ended up with. And you know what? Fine with it. It's okay. It's all right. Not the worst case scenario. But we're gonna try to focus up here. All right, we are nearly on the clock. We got 3 picks, and we're up there. Interesting guy right now is Jonnu Smith amid the trade rumors. He said he's not opposed to being traded, but he doesn't want to be traded. It's a weird fucking situation there. But I do want to go tight end here. I want to take the best available. Like it seems chalk again because I just accidentally went best available with. I want to go TJ Hawkinson and bring in that kind of TJ and JJ stack. And then my next pick, I mean, it's probably going to be a little early. No, I'm not going to take him next, but I'll on the way back, I'm going to pull up and grab McCarthy. Pick at 118. Yeah, I think I can wait to grab him there. Yeah. I just want that Minnesota. I really like a full season of TJ Hawkinson. Like with that receiving core, I really have a lot of faith in. I'm gonna go young guy here. I'm gonna go with a guy like Emeka Ibuka is by far, like, I don't know, by far my favorite wide receiver coming out of this rookie class. Like, I think he is an absolute stud. All-time leading receiver at Ohio State, who's produced guys like Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Marvin Harrison, Terry McLaurin. I mean, and that's just in the last 5 years. Ibuka has been one of the most sure-handed receivers out of Ohio State, and Godwin's injury doesn't seem like, I mean, them drafting Ibuka in the first round, like, doesn't seem like Godwin's injury is progressing as they had hoped. So in that sense, I really think Ibuka's going to slide in and be an extremely, extremely valuable piece for them this year. So I love him this year. I think he's probably going to be the highest scoring, in my opinion. I think he'll be the highest scoring rookie out of like the skill positions, like running back, wide receiver, tight end, like whatever you want to call him. Highest performing rookie. So that's my guy right now. I think he's a bona fide stud. Yeah, he's a guy. He's a dude. He's a dude. All right, we pick again at 118. This is where I want to try to bring in JJ. Add that little stack with TJ, Justin Jefferson, and then we'll have the little stack there with Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson. Hopefully we can get McCarthy in there. Somebody just fucking pull up and take him. Son of a bitch. Wait. Oh, god damn it. Wait. Yeah, motherfucker. This piece of shit. Jaybird. Fuck you. Okay. We're gonna audible. That's fine. We'll audible. Omaha. Omaha set. Red Omaha set. We're going to switch up on the fly. And this situation is we're in a good one. We're in a good one. I like where we have right now. I mean, we don't have to go quarterback again because that genuinely, son of a. Did I just accidentally auto draft again? Because I'm not fucking paying attention. Yep, I did. I got to get used to this. I'm switching tabs here, trying to see left and right, switching tabs, and I'm doing a fucking bad job of it. All right. Lock in. All right. I'm going to take CJ Stroud here. Got Joe Mixon. We got CJ. We got Jaden Higgins. We got a little bit of a correlation there in Houston. We're going to roll with that. Again, I don't love the offensive line in Houston. It's fucking not ideal. But talented players do talented things. And we're hoping on those guys to do that. So we pick again at 142. So we're going to look around this area here. We're going to stop right around there. Around there. Pick 142. It's our team so far. Lamar Jackson, Kyron Williams, Joe Mixon, Justin Jefferson, Zay Flowers, Jacoby Myers, TJ Hawkinson, Jalen Waddle, Mecca Ibuka, Jaden Higgins, CJ Stroud. What do you want to see me draft here? We got plenty of positions left here. I know we need another tight end. I'd love to go 3 tight end with this situation. Just because TJ Hawkinson, the health situation is always making me nervous. Hit me in the comment, like, what do you want to see me draft? We're drafting at 142, so this is kind of the area that we're looking at. What do you want to see here? What do you think we need? I'll draft on what you guys think. We got some time. All right, pick 137. Let me know. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I think I see a guy in this list here. Yep, we're on the clock. Guy in this list here. Severely underrated. We're taking Hollywood Brown. And then we pick again at 147. So we're nearly on the clock again. I love Hollywood Brown this year. I really do. I think people are sleeping on the Chiefs. Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, they know how to figure shit out. I don't want to scroll this deep, but I know who I want to pick right now. We got one pick left. And I mean, it has no correlation. The last 2 picks that I've had have no correlation. And this one also no correlation, but I'm going to do it anyways. It's going to be Kyle Pitts. I just fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Fuck the peace sign. Load the chopper. Let it rain on you. I think that's what J. Cole said. Something like that. Maybe not the exact words, but I think Kyle Pitts at some point has to get back to that rookie season performance that he had. 1,000 yards. I know he didn't score a lot of touchdowns, but this is PPR. So any reception helps. And if he has that type of season, if he just has 1,000-yard season like that, that's major. That's huge. 66 we pick at here. We're going to scroll down a little bit. So our quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, CJ Stroud, I think we're solid at that spot there. Running back, Kyron and Joe Mixon, we're definitely going to need to go stronger there. So we'll be looking at running backs here. Wide receivers, we got Justin Jefferson, Zay Flowers, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Waddle, Mecca Buka and Jaden Higgins and Hollywood Brown. So I think at this point, we definitely need to look running back. And we're going to go running back heavy. Then a couple picks. We got pick 66, 166. I'd love to try and stack something here. Love to try and get something Houston, even though we got Joe Mixon already. We got that Joe Mixon, CJ Stroud, Jaden Higgins. Love to try and get something correlated here with running back. I know I can get Blake Corum late. Get Blake Corum around this area here, which, is what it is, but he's not bona fide stud, but he is the backup to the bona fide stud. We are going to try to go running back, though. Somebody that, somebody that does have that prowess. Which, when it gets late here, you're not finding a lot of running backs. If you're just tuning in, we're drafting a team right now, best ball format. I don't really have anyone that we can possibly stack, to be completely honest. So I'm going to take Tyler Algier just in the off chance that Bijan goes down. He's next man up. And he did take a lot of red zone carries away from Bijan last year. I'm curious to know if it's going to be the same this year. I know it's year 3. They're going to be wanting to see what they can get out of Bijan before they can extend him. So not entirely positive there. And then I'm going to skip over. I'm going to go to Roschon Johnson. Also, second year or third year back from Texas. He was the backup to Bijan at Texas, drafted as a second or third round pick in the NFL draft a couple years back. I genuinely think he can take over the number 1 spot this year. I want to see what Ben Johnson does. We've seen what he did in Detroit, where it was very much split between Jahmyr Gibbs and David Johnson. So I'm very curious to know if that's a similar situation where he has Roschon and DeAndre Swift splitting carries, and they have different skill sets. So Roschon is definitely more north and south runner, where he'll run right through you. He'll put his fucking crown of his helmet to your chin strap. And DeAndre Swift is a little more of that shifty running back. So I'm curious to know if that's a situation that we're going to see in Chicago. And they have Roschon as the red zone guy. But time will tell. We're kind of out of options at running back, so we got to go. We only got Roshan, Algier, Williams, and Mixon. So we kind of got to go running back heavy. Right now, we're going. We went running back early, and then we went wide receiver heavy. So interesting play. It's kind of one of those first drafts that I've had where not really sure where we're at with running back. I want to try to grab Blake Corum if possible. Then we're going to take a look here. Yeah, this is the guy. Jarquez Hunter. I believe he came from Auburn. They had super high rating on this kid. They loved him. So that's a guy to watch out for if you are looking at Blake Corum, late Jarquez Hunter out of Auburn. I'm pretty sure he's out of Auburn. Don't quote me on it. But I'm pretty sure he's from Auburn. Yeah. Right next to each other. Yeah. That's what we're going to go with. Go with Hunter. And if it turns around to us again, we'll probably take Corum just to make sure we have that backfield completely covered. Because the Rams love their running backs. They love using them in not just the running game, not even just the red zone. Like, they fucking love using them, like, all facets of the game. They're different. They're different there. So we'll see how it goes. But, oh, we're on the clock. I'm going to take Blake Corum again. So now we got the Rams running back room completely locked up. They love their running backs in LA. Sean McVay just is that dude. Loves to use his running backs in all three facets of the game: passing, receiving. Jesus. Receiving, blocking, running. So one of those guys has to be the guy. We're going to... There we go. We're going to roll with that. All right. We pick again at 214. Got 3 picks left. I like our tight ends. Like our quarterbacks with CJ Stroud and Lamar Jackson. I do like our running backs. I like our receivers too. So we're kind of going to be looking to stack things here. Kind of hard. A lot of the guys are off the board at this point, but this is a guy to look out for. Ollie Gordon out of Oklahoma State. He had a really down year last year, but going into the season, I mean, he was one of the Heisman favorites going into last year or 2 years ago. Um, he had a really down year, but my God, that guy can run the football. He had a very, very down year, but Ollie Gordon is a guy to look out for. Xavier Strapo, we talked about with fellow Tyler. Cam Ward, Xavier Strapo had that connection in Miami. Signed as an undrafted free agent to Titans. He's a guy to potentially watch. Where do you think Will Howard will land up in the depth chart with Pittsburgh? Is he going to be the starting quarterback? Kirk Cousins, where do we think he's going to go? Is he going to stay in Atlanta? He's going to be back up there. Will he end up in, who knows, Cleveland, Pittsburgh? Whether quarterback needy teams. You never know. You never know. The NFL is fast changing. Elijah Moore had, like, from what I've read so far about Elijah Moore, is that he has been stupid in OTAs. Like, crazy good. So we'll take a flyer on that. He's in his 5th year. He's still pretty young. So we would take a flyer on that. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's take a flyer on Elijah Moore. And then we'll also do Miles Sanders. I think if Miles Sanders has the right offensive line in front of him, he's been a decent running back. I mean, in Carolina, he was horrible. Horrible. But he had a good year with Philly. Like, I mean, good offensive line. And I think Dallas has done a good job to build an offensive line. There's potential for him to be okay. I'm not saying he's going to be an absolute like stud, like 1,000-yard rusher like he was with Philly, but he's got potential. He could be okay. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll take a flyer on that. Unless someone wants to chime in and tell me one of their last minute flyers here. Like our quarterback, so here's where we're at right now. We're at Elijah Moore, Blake Corum, Javonte Hunter, right? Javonte? Jarquez. Fuck, I don't know why I keep calling him Javonte. Roshan Johnson, Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts, Hollywood Brown, CJ Stroud, Jaden Higgins, Emeka Ibuka, Jalen Waddle, TJ Hawkinson, Jacoby Myers, Zay Flowers, Justin Jefferson, Joe Mixon, Kyron Williams, and Lamar Jackson. So we got a couple stacks. We got a couple correlations in there. We got one last pick left. We just snagged up Miles Sanders with the auto pick there. Who's got an idea? Who's got an idea? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I don't think we need a quarterback. I mean, we're solid at quarterback. If CJ Stroud and Lamar Jackson are our two QBs, like we're solid there. Maybe tight end. Maybe. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? I like the running backs. I do. It's not the prettiest running back room, but I like what we got. People are gonna like we got all three Rams running backs. Joe Mixon. We're gonna add Roshan Johnson to that mix. Miles Sanders, I think in Dallas, he could be a guy. He could be a player. They don't have much in Dallas, so we'll see how that unfolds. I mean, really, the uncertainty in Dallas is what's keeping me alive there. What do we think? Again, I want to give a shout out to the Pound, Pat, with the Pound, the Fantasy Dog Pound. I mean, if you don't subscribe or follow, like you should do that already. He's the best, like best ball content that you'll get. Tyler, what is his main channel? That guy right there. He popped top with Pat on the Pound channel. Absolute beauties, both those guys. Love them. We're gonna go an extra tight end here. Ben Johnson loves tight ends, so we're gonna go Cole Kmet. We're gonna round out. I think 3 tight ends is the right play for this lineup. This is not my prettiest lineup that I've put together. Lamar Jackson, Kyren Williams, Joe Mixon, Justin Jefferson, Zay Flowers, Myers, Hawkinson, Waddle, Ibuka, Higgins, Stroud, Brown, Pitts, Algier, Johnson, Hunter, Corum, Moore, Sanders, Kmet. Not the prettiest, not the most orchestrated that I've put together. But this is also the first time I've done one of these like live drafts. So I really appreciate everybody that has tuned in. Like it's been an absolute treat, absolute pleasure. I want to do more of these moving forward. So if you enjoyed this, give it a share, give it a follow, give it a like, leave some comments on it for me and let me know where I could do better. I would love to hear feedback on it. But yeah, I just appreciate anyone and everyone that did tune in. So thank you so much. And I look forward to doing another one. All right. Roster Talk out.